Viewers, join us. They're on the way to the boxes for race 2 here at the Meadows on Silver Chief Night. It is our main event, being race number 8, the last leg of the quaddie. But of those 2 sharp runners, Duck, that you have mentioned, the 2 Allura Dash, the 7 Dash Par, which one would you be leaning towards of those 2?
Well, I'm leaning to the 2 just because of the lack of pace around the rails there. If she can begin more cleanly and get to the middle of the track, I'm just hoping she can pinch that mid-race break and hold on and win. Dash Par's the one I think's got the most upside. Interestingly, it was an emergency in the Silver Chief heats last week and didn't get a run. My only little problem with him is Impress Moana. Does Impress Moana get him at box rise? But if it doesn't, he showed brilliant acceleration in that win last week from box 7. Sorry, back in November from box 7. And I think he's the one with the upside. The Sharps wouldn't have had him in the Silver Chief nominations if they didn't think he had plenty of ability.
All right, pretty open race. The Duck leaning towards the 2 sharp runners, and James Vandermart upstairs is with the pink, the favourite, Impress Moana. Let's get up to him for the second on Silver Chief Night.
So they're at the start. Runners about to link in for the Levertech over the 5.25. The favourite now $3.20 each of 2. That's the 2 and the 8. Allura Dash and Impress Moana. They're inseparable market-wise. Katie Bell's next best. She was a good Sandown Park winner 2 starts ago for $4.20 the price today. The Cockerel Kennel, $6.50 about Poor Quiver, who did win nicely at Ballarat 3 back. Getting up to the 500 metres at his 5th start. So Impress Moana firming up, was down the track behind General Frankie last start. A really good run to Simply Stunning 3 back here. And Impress Moana, she is now the outright favourite for race number 2. They're set for a jump, field of 6, stand by. Away and racing, Impress Moana out evenly. Good speed, Poor Quiver, Allura Dash. Poor Quiver's going to cut across and give Impress Moana a clean run. And the favourite takes over. Impress Moana to the city side by 3. Dash Par around to second outside of Poor Quiver. Then Soda Ben. Well back to Katie Bell and Allura Dash last. Impress Moana led. Dash Par moves up within a length and thereby 4 to Poor Quiver. Turning a race in 2. Dash Par serves it up to Impress Moana, who's in for the fight. Dash Par sticks the head out, won the race. Dash Par the outside by a neck. Wears down Impress Moana. 3 lengths away, 3rd Poor Quiver. And then close up Soda Ben, Allura Dash and Katie Bell last at the 6. 30 and 49 the time. 7 the black, Dash Par sitting.
Dash Par just gets the job done late over Impress Moana, and he had to work hard for it, didn't he, Duck? Because Impress Moana sort of glided her way to the lead quite comfortably, but then when Dash Par turned for home, that's when you really felt like he was threatening danger from a winning point of view.
Yeah, visually he was. I was just a little bit worried there that the fitness would kick in. Impress Moana's been racing week in, week out for the last 5 or 6 weeks, and Dash Par hasn't raced since the 5th of November, so that was actually a super win there to Dash Par. I think he got his optimum pattern there out on the outside. That helped, but to run down Impress Moana, you know, Impress Moana was favourite there and having not raced in 6-7 weeks. Oh, that was a very impressive win. As I said, the Sharps had nominated this dog for the Silver Chief. It didn't get a run. Now, that was a big tell to me that they must have a pretty good opinion of this dog, and he's gone around there at pretty big odds, around about $7 fixed and about $8.80 on the tote.
Yep, indeed he has, Dash Par, and he's won race 2 in pretty modest time, but again, they're not the sort of races early on that we're learning a whole lot from, are we?
No, but that was what that race was for tonight. That time is probably not surprising at all. And I noticed, just as the green light went on, the wind really did pick up too, and it was a headwind too for the dogs going into that first turn. So that would explain that 5.25 there. So again, probably added some more credit to Dash Par's win there, because he was running into that headwind in the first part of the race, and he still finished over the top of Impress Moana. Was also in the headwind at the end of the race too. So it is a little bit notable there, that wind here for races tonight. Probably are looking to try and find some strong dogs that will definitely hit the line hard.
Okay, so Dash Par gets the job done from Impress Moana. Poor Quiver into 3rd, and then 4th, number 3, Soda Ben. So there's a wrap-up of race 2 here at the Meadows. Quite soon we'll be back with the 3rd, which again is just a modest race, but there's a very handy type which we'll speak more about soon. And of course, won't be long until we do get